Okay. Hi. um, Welcome to Once Upon a Game, a one-shot role-playing variety show where every week Eric pulls together a bunch of people to run a one-shot game where we build a world, tell a story, have an adventure, have fun. I'm not Eric, as you can tell. He's actually stepping back and taking a production role this time around, so he's going to be making everyone look good, which is not a task that I have in this one. Um, so anyway, yeah, my name is Kirby T. Tandler. My pronouns are they, he. I'm on Twitter at Fancy Rectangles and elsewhere on the web at borrow.moe. And the game that I'm going to be facilitating tonight is The Witch is Dead by Grant Howitt, who's also written things like Honey Heist, which we played previously. And with me are my intrepid players. Sam, let's start with you. If you want to introduce yourself, your pronouns, where we can find you, all that good
stuff. My name's Sam, she, her, and you can find me on Twitter at Passerins, like the bird, appropriately.
All right, Kai.
Hi, I'm Kai. She is good for me. I don't have any Twitter, so you could try to find me on Discord if you like, I guess.
Okay, cool. And AJ.
AJ, they, them. You can find me on Twitter at me, AJ.
Awesome. All right. So once again, I'm just going to go ahead and go over a few ground rules. Don't be afraid to ask for clarification with the rules. We're also bringing the X card into play, so if there's anything in the game that is something that makes you uncomfortable for whatever reason, you can just, pump the brakes, call timeout, just say, hey, that's not a thing I want to see. You don't have to justify it. You don't have to worry about, breaking the momentum or, ruining the immersion or anything like that. That's not important at all compared to, making sure that everybody is comfortable and having a good time. Sort of adjacent to that, there's the concept of lines and veils. Lines being things that this is a thing that's not going to appear in the story at all. It's a thing that's not going to happen. For instance, with this game, one of the things that I'm drawing the line at is animal cruelty. Like, you're all playing animals. Bad things might happen to you. It's not like that's going to happen, but we're not going to be like, if you're a spider, I'm not going to have somebody pulling your legs off. We're going to, cut away from anything. We're not going to go out of our way to be gross about it. And as for a veil, the victory condition of this game, as you're about to read, is having to claim the eyes of the witch hunter. And we're not going to focus on that because that's gross. We're just going to be like, yeah, it happens. And then epilogue. So if anybody either now or in the course of play finds something that they're like, again, that's not driving well with them, just please let me know. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read this wonderful introduction. So, this is The Witch is Dead, an RPG about murder. Once upon a time, there was a kind and wise and beautiful witch who lived in the forest with her familiars, and her life was peaceful and happy until a fucking witch hunter broke into her cottage and fucking murdered her, and now she's dead. But if you get revenge and kill him and bring his eyes to her corpse, within a week, she'll come back to life. Or so you've heard. Even if it doesn't work, at least he's dead. So now let's find out who all of you are.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
Yeah.
This is really attractive. I said before streams this is really attractive, but this is really attractive.
Thank you.
Nice.
So I'm going to need everybody to roll 2d10. I have 3 dice on, so when you enter roll 2d10, it's going to prompt you to click and drag, and you'll see these beautiful polygonal dice scatter across the virtual table. All right. Cool. So, the first number that you rolled is going to be the animal. Now I see that looks like AJ and Sam both rolled a 9 for their first number, which is you get to play dog. Do either of you want to re-roll so you get something different?
I'll re-roll.
Okay.
I'm not married to being a dog, too.
Okay, so just roll 1.
Okay, 5. 5 is owl. 5 is that's good.
Okay. So Kai, you rolled a 6. You're going to be a hare.
Mm-hmm.
And then AJ, you're going to be a dog, and Sam is going to be an owl. Now the second die you rolled, I see we have all 5s and 4s. So
I don't mind re-rolling.
okay, yeah, so that's going to be the spell that you have. So again, Kai, your spell is Conjure Dinner.
Oh boy.
And Sam, if you want to also re-roll your spell.
Sure.
It's a
Well, actually, no. If AJ wants to re-roll,
I was gonna say I don't mind either way because right now I'm a dog who can open and unlock things, so I'm basically Tramp out of Lady and the Tramp 2. But I can always re-roll. I'm happy to do that.
Okay. Because otherwise we have Sam as an owl who can unlock things. Okay. So now you're a dog who can make book read itself aloud.
Excellent.
That's good.
So we've got doors, we've got food, and we've got entertainment. This is fantastic. What else do you need? So let me go ahead and get that going. 1 second. So again, we have AJ.
I would like a working pen, but I don't know if that's in the cards.
Okay. And you'll see that there are statistics next to your name here in a second. I will explain those. But first, now, we need to determine the situation that we're in.
Oh boy.
So, the witch hunter has retreated to the village. The fucking coward. Get him. So I'm going to go ahead and roll twice to find out what the village is going to be like. Okay. All right. So it's a 7 and a 9, which means the village is built around a wizard college. And it is also shady and dangerous.
I can work with that.
Yep.
This is Discworld.
Oh no, this is
Oh God.
Oh yes.
It's gonna be great. And now I'm gonna roll one more d10, and we're gonna find out a little bit about what this despicable hunter is like.
Oh, we don't get to know. I didn't know we didn't get to know.
All right, so that was a 4.
Yes, that's what makes it so good. Oh.
So that's a 4, and so this witch hunter is pious and aggressive. So we've got basically just magic Javert, or magic hating Javert. So this is going to be great. There is a third twist that I rolled prior to the game that I'm not going to tell you about, but it's just going to be a little bit of extra flavor for the interactions. Okay. So now, this is where we have the actual play at work. So let me go ahead and find your little character cards that I made here.
Ah,
That is
Let
adorable.
me see.
Yeah, this is really nice. You
And
did the
your-
most.
I try. So make that 4x6. See if that's big enough. Yes.
Roll 20
Okay.
doing the least.
Yeah, I know. It's just like huge. Okay, so your stats, while I'm setting this up, are clever. Clever being the stat that determines how you interact with humans and understand them. You have fierce, which is the stat that you would need if you are going to scare someone, drag, push, carry, bite, or scratch. So it's basically your fighting stat. Pardon me. You have sly, which you use to sneak, steal, or hide. And then quick, which is what you're going to use to outpace or evade someone. So when you want to do something in this game, you're going to roll 1d10 plus the appropriate stat. And what you're going to actually have to beat is you're going to tell me what you're planning to do based on the action you want to take and based on the circumstances. I'm going to decide how challenging the task is. And you can see here we have simple, basic, challenging, difficult, and near impossible. So that's what you're going to have to equal or beat. Now, if the task is dangerous, and magic is always dangerous, so if you're casting a spell, this is automatic danger. If the task is dangerous, you gain a point of danger if you fail. Rolling equal to or under your danger means trouble. So you're basically out of the story. You're dead, trapped, lost, or captured. But you can lower your danger by either solving the problem in front of you or knowing when to run away. So just keep that in mind. And also, most tasks that are normal to humans are really difficult for animals unless they're broken down into smaller steps. You have no opposable thumbs, and all you know of the human world is what the witch taught you. You can talk to other animals of the same or similar species. So the owl can talk to other birds, the dog can talk to other, dogs, wolves, we'll say cats, stuff like that. Hares can probably communicate with other
Gerbils.
gerbils and rats and
Yeah.
mice and
If Bambi told
gophers
Weasels.
and weasels. Yeah,
Oh.
if there are weasels.
We can talk to each other.
Yes, this is
Okay.
the other thing.
Oh, we can't.
This
Oh,
is
thank God.
something that I'm specifically declaring for this session, which is any creature that the witch has healed or helped or aided in some way, anybody that she has laid hands on and trust in that way can understand each other. So that
People
means
too?
you guys, yes. But this is a wizard village. Not a lot of people are going to the witch for help. So you're not necessarily going to find a lot of humans that you can talk to. But like, if she helped a horse, or if there are other animals in the woods that she helped, then you'll be able to talk to them. And also another thing, because I was thinking about this earlier, you can all see, you can't necessarily see color like humans see color, but you all have a common understanding of color. So if somebody says, hey, look at this red thing, you may not see it as humans see red, but you'll understand that's the red thing. Because I don't want to have to get into the semantics. And obviously, if you're a witch, and all it takes is somebody grabbing the wrong bottle one time for it to be a huge mess. So, before we go ahead and start on our bloody rampage of revenge, let's find out a little bit more about who you are and who the witch was. So Sam, what's your owl's name?
Florian.
Florian. Okay, and you can go ahead. Do you know how to use the text tool in Roll20?
Yes.
You can go
I hate
ahead and
all the
type that
fonts,
out.
but
That's cool. That's fine. Use whatever speaks to you. That's why I made all this ahead of time in a different program and just pasted the image in. So Florian, what are their pronouns?
They, them.
They, them? Okay.
Bird gender's weird.
Yeah, that's true. It's really, it's out there.
Ah!
Wrong pun start.
But,
Okay. All right, and let me tell you a little bit about the witch to start. She was just a humble woods witch. She would heal. She used to be a midwife. She would do, potions for curing illnesses, healing wounds, minor hexes if the price was right in her younger days.
You got to pay the bills. You got to keep the lights on.
Exactly.
The Wi-Fi? No, I'm kidding. Fancy Wi-Fi.
Exactly. So, and I kind of picture like the witch from Into the Woods, but like not Meryl Streep Into the Woods, but Bernadette Peters Into the Woods.
I'm going to pretend that I understand that reference.
It's okay. Look it up after it. It's gorgeous.
I will.
I followed you until Meryl Streep.
So nice.
Okay, but like kind of savvy, kind of skinny, curly hair. Her name was Beatrice.
Spicy.
Yeah, because I'm trash. Anyway, sorry. So obviously you had some connection to Beatrice, and she was on friendly terms with most of the animals in the forest, but it's not necessarily she's not going to choose just any animal to be her familiar, because the house is only so big. So what made you special to her? What did you help her out with?
I think that I had a little animal vendetta against the mice that were eating her flower stores, and she noticed me just going to Owltown on them.
Yes. So your sharp eyes, I think, are what drew her to you. Mm-hmm. So you are always the first one to spot something out of place.
Like mice?
Like mice. Or maybe, she was getting on in years, so maybe a fork or a bottle she misplaced, or if she needed help out in the garden finding the right mushroom, your
a guide owl.
Definitely, your eyes were definitely a good boon to her, I would say. And she cared for you a great deal. You always had wonderful conversations when the day's work was done. So this loss is it's hitting you kind of hard. Yeah. All right. AJ, let's talk about this dog. Tell me about this dog. I want to meet this dog.
Well, this dog is an old foxhound called Bruce.
Bruce. Nice.
Yeah. And I think he was one day brought out into the woods by a hunter who crossed paths with the witch. And I don't mean this. I'm not thinking. I just mean a generic hunter, not a witch hunter.
Right.
But,
there are other hunters.
Yeah, there are. Well, not good. And I think he had some aggression towards the witch, whether it was just shouting and nastiness or whatever. And so I basically just started I turned on him and barked at him and chased him off. So then the witch took me in.
Oh, how sweet. And she gave you a much, much better home than that hunter ever did. You never wanted for food. You never wanted for warmth. You had wonderful trails to run along. You would help guide wayward travelers to her hut. And also just, raise a ruckus if you needed to scare someone off. So So you being a former hunting dog, maybe a little more familiar with the outside human world than the others. You have sort of a working knowledge.
Yeah, I don't think the hunter was necessarily from the town. Maybe it was just like a woodsman from like somewhere nearby. But yeah.
Okay. So maybe you speak a little bit of horse, enough to ask for directions.
Conversational horse.
Is. Yeah, a little enough to order at a restaurant, let's say.
Donde está el baño?
Exactly.
But in horse.
In horse.
La biblioteca.
All right. And Kai, tell me about this wonderful hare.
Okay. His name is Thistle. And he I think he probably, being like straight up a forest animal, maybe rabbits live short, right?
This is a magic rabbit, though.
Well,
yeah,
but
exactly.
I'm thinking like second generation of like having been near the witch kind of thing.
Okay.
But maybe not. So, but I'm thinking probably the best familiar function that he served was messages. Like, they're quick, can't fly,
absolutely.
but hares fast. And then I guess that can kind of expand out into general searching for things. Ground level, you see a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, Florin wasn't a messenger bird.
A little bit beneath them.
No, of course not. All right. So I think the timing was absolutely terrible. Beatrice had you all out on very important tasks when the hunter came. I don't know if it was pure good luck on his part or if he'd been observing. It's hard to say, but it's been a day. You've managed to lay her out on the floor, and it's weird. She looks fine, but the little bit of you that's connected to how magic works, where it intersects with your connection with nature, you can kind of feel like nature's holding back out of some agreement of it. But it's not that the process of time and decay has halted. It's like it's being held back by a dam. And you know that, that when these 7 days are up, that dam's going to give way and everything is going to happen at once. So time is important. And once again, you have to find this man and bring him to justice and also get his eyes. The eyes specifically, you found it in the book that Bruce read. Let me just double check the spells that everyone has because I brain farted for a hot second. So it was...
I make books read aloud.
And
Okay.
I open doors.
And I make dinner.
And I unlock them, right? I can lock and unlock and open and close.
Yeah, all the important door things or drawer things or box things. It's, the applications are many and varied for this.
So what you're saying is if this becomes a heist.
It kind of already is a heist.
Yeah, it's a heist for
It's like you're stealing eyes.
Hi.
A mice.
Oh no, I get that pun. I see that pun. I see your pun. I appreciate that pun.
Thank you.
All right. All right. So you know that this house is a fair ways into the woods. You know the village is a little ways down the hill and around the bend. You've seen it. I mean, it's a wizard college. There's a big tower. It's kind of hard to miss. I feel like Florian might get a little bit of attention the few times that they've kind of buzzed by. That they just have this thing about owls. I don't know if that's going to work to your advantage or not, but all right.
Define thing. I don't trust.
They're very enthusiastic about owls. It's not anything that's like impure. They just, it's like when you see the mailman drive by your house. It's like, is it for me? Is it for me?
I get that.
I wasn't going to say it.
Of course we're going there. Come on. All right.
Oh, I get it now. I get it.
It's okay.
Oh, I got it.
Oh my god. I just realized in the background I have the hare, the owl, and the dog. Like,
hey.
It's like you planned it.
I didn't.
Oh, was that a little Sanchi Mabari?
Yeah, it is. His name is Brutus. He's my beautiful, beautiful boy. Anyway, sorry. So how do you track him?
We got
Did
a
any of
dog.
you see him? Do you think the witch, got something off him in the struggle? How do you think? How is this going?
I've got a good nose if there's anything left behind for us to get a scent off of.
All right. Well, let's see here.
If you can find a trail, I can follow it fast.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You guys
I can take the high ground.
Yeah, you guys, between the three of you, have some definite locomotion options, which is good because you could have been just like a spider and a rat and very small legs, very long distances. So
that would have been suboptimal.
Good rolls. Yeah, I think you find something of his. I think he left a glove. And so you can track this glove, and it's fairly straightforward down the path, down the hill, around the bend. Do you stop and look around for more clues, or do you just forge straight on?
I'd be looking around.
Yeah, Florian's looking to see if there's anything else.
Yeah, we've established that we found out about the eyes because we had a book reading to us. So maybe so there's probably took a moment before we
maybe there's a procedure for this kind of thing for dumb little animals who it's not like it was written in a storybook kind of style, but hey, look around.
There might be. Yeah, I mean, what kind of talk do you guys have before you set out? Like, what do you talk this out amongst yourselves? What do you think your chances are? What is your game plan? What do you hope will happen?
Oh, our chances are terrible. I'm scared of
everything. I think they're great. I think we're going to I'm going to rip this man's eyes out personally.
So I'm glad someone can.
I just need to check quickly. Was it Beatrice?
Beatrice.
Okay.
It's like Beatrice, but with like 8 syllables.
Okay.
Yeah. Go harder, go
Italian style.
Yes, exactly. As extra as possible.
I imagine I'm very anxious. I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do. Beatrice.
This is going to be fine. This is going to go great. Bruce, you will track this man.
Okay.
You will find him. And I think Florian unfurls one of their talons, and I will. Everything's going to go great.
Like the book. Like the book said.
Like the book said. Yeah.
Do you bring the book with you?
How big is it?
Do I have a satchel?
I'm gonna say this is a small, like mass market paperback size. It's like a little book of fairy tales that you found.
does Broof have like a little satchel for carrying stuff? Like on his back? Is it just like still there?
Or is
Like
it like
a
one of
small-
those like collars that like you can clip stuff onto?
Thistle probably has a little satchel
Oh no, that's so
for
cute.
carrying messages back and forth, and
Mhm.
probably enough room for little odds and ends. So,
Okay.
yeah, I
Someone
think
can-
Thistle can carry the book.
Someone can get it into that bag.
It's like a little backpack.
Yeah, it's a little backpack.
It's so cute.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right, so off you go. And
Do I
Do
need
we find anything else?
how much are you looking? Like,
Well,
are you?
if I've got a scent off the glove, I can have a sniff around the room to see if there's anything else that is like marked with his scent.
Nothing that seems out of the ordinary. It looks like he just opened the door, threw a few things around. Maybe, obviously, his scent is on Beatrice, but just hand at her throat.
Does she have anything on her that would be useful to us?
Nothing really. Nothing that you could use without her help. I think. So yeah, you can take the book, but I think that's going to be about all you can carry from here. Because remember, when you get into town, anything that you have on you that people can see is going to draw suspicion. It's like if you played Hitman and you've got the visible weapon out. Like you can't be hanging around with a can of beans like in your hand ready to throw it at somebody. You've got to conceal it.
Is that
I
a
mean,
thing?
Yes.
the way you've established this town, if say an owl was carrying something into town, I don't know what I would carry, but like
But if an owl's carrying something,
that's gonna draw attention. So
yeah.
maybe I should like put that in my little owl back pocket for later on.
for later, yeah, if you need to get someone's attention,
An
You
owl
are-
with pants on is going to draw a lot of attention.
They're slacks, first of all. They're khakis. Little owl khakis.
So Cloud
owl
PC.
cargo shorts.
I was
They're
just
jorts. They're
picturing
owls.
blue jeans. Yeah.
Jorts. This is
This is like
okay,
a haughty
okay.
murder owl in jorts.
Okay,
Sorry,
All
murder
right.
game. Murder game.
murder time. Yes. All right. So yeah, you set off into the woods. Now, as you're going through the woods, there's a way to the village that's basically just the road to the village. It's very well traveled. It's very easy to see. The scent does kind of follow straight along that way, going back. Going in, the fainter scent, there's a little trail that's a little more hidden. It'll take a little longer to get you to the city. And remember, you are working under a time limit. And you don't know what's going on in that path. Let me be perfectly clear. There could be anything. But it might give you some advantage, but at great risk. So
How long does it? Oh, sorry.
Oh, how long does the path?
I was going to say, how
I
long does
would
it take us to get to this point before we veer?
Oh, how long has it taken?
Yeah,
as far as how far into the weekend are you?
Yeah.
It's been 1 day, so you have 6 days remaining.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, I would say travel the regular way would take you half a day. No, maybe like 6 hours, so a quarter of a day. Taking the other path would at speed might take you half a day. It's hard to tell from here. Not all of you have gone this way. I mean, obviously for Florian, a little bit of a shortcut, but that means you lose track of the other two and won't be able to help them as easily. But if you fly lower to the ground, it's going to be, you're going to have to pretty much go from tree to tree.
I think I just like perch on Bruce's back a lot of the time.
Okay.
Just like a little.
So we're gonna Bremen this. We're gonna Bremen musicians. This is what we're doing. This big stack of animals. All right, I dig it. I dig it. All right.
They,
So
got-
which way sci-fi?
they definitely went this way.
Okay.
Pointing with me snout off to the side, off to the little trail.
So which way?
I was indicating where they like actually went, like where they veered off to the smaller trail, saying like,
okay.
That's
so the
where
way
they
that
went.
he took to the witch's house, not the way he took from.
Sorry,
That's
I missed.
the thing.
I missed.
Yeah, no. He took the sneaky way to the witch's house.
Oh, okay.
And then once he was done, he just, walked back like he was king of Shit Mountain because he thinks he's king of Shit Mountain. We're not on Shit Mountain.
That we're going to.
No.
Okay, so I misunderstood. So that's what I actually said.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Essentially, that was the way it came.
All right. So you're going down just the regular old road. Everybody's in agreement.
Kai, what do you think?
This one like that. Like, he's a prey animal. He's not going to want to be on a road regardless, let alone in this case. But I can't point at you. You're in different places on different screens. Sam is a clawing bird, and Bruce is like a big buff dog. So
He's only a fox now. Right. He's not actually that buff.
Let me Google real quick.
He's got the jaws.
Yeah.
Oh no, we are going to Google animals. Hold on, let me Google foxhound.
Oh, my friend, I've got 3 tabs open.
I don't have any.
Make sure to go minus Metal Gear Solid, otherwise you're going to be here all day.
I think that's
small.
Let me see. Hang on, I'm going to Google animals, or you can post a link in Roll20 chat for any relevant images, so we can all follow along.
I'm going to have to Google one.
Oh no, this is so cute.
See, I Googled like magpies and crows because I thought those would come up. Oh no, what is this? What are you?
It's a buddy. It's a little buddy.
Oh, this is a pet sitting site. Oh no, Bruce!
He's an old boy though, so he's got like a bit of grey around his muzzle.
Yeah, what a good boy.
Also, I would like you all to know that I just Googled owl in jorts and tragically got no results.
No personas?
What about
owl back pocket? Owl back pocket. I'm looking at this.
Waypoint the owl wears jorts, I think.
Oh my god!
It's not an owl.
Oh my god!
Sorry, I've got a bad memory.
Oh my god! That's chicken's got pants. It's a little.
I'm sorry, it's not an owl, and it's okay.
I think I did find a hare photograph. Let me see. Oh yeah,
it was like a bony rabbit.
Let me make the.
Oh my god! I'm just seeing the chicken. This is something else.
Also, I linked a picture of Florian. If you were picturing like a big noble owl, you were wrong. You were very wrong.
All right, I'm making this a little bit bigger. So these are hares. They're boxing. Like hares are not like bunny rabbits. They got bigger forelegs and they can just they can tussle. They're good boys. Anyway, so those are hares. Let me see this owl.
It does have pants on though. That owl has pants on already.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Like culottes or what are those?
Oh my god! Ah! It's so fluffy.
I know. Can you put that in the Roll20? I don't know how to put that in the Roll20.
No, I mean you pasted the link. Oh, you want the picture there for you to have?
No, it's okay. I can hold it in my heart.
Okay, yeah, or just in a different tab. We know. We got this. Anyway, now that we all have appropriate mental images for our intrepid party.
I just final point of order. I've double checked. Waypoint is an owl and she does wear jorts.
Oh my gosh! That's so good.
I swear I didn't know that.
That's okay. We built that together. It's all right.
That's what we call emergent storytelling.
Okay.
This is wonderful.
So you make it to the village. Takes you about half a day's travel. Just write that down so I know.
Oh, you said that to get to the village by the main road,
it was like 6 hours. Quarter day. Okay, you're right. 1/4 of a day.
Not to be that guy.
No. This could come down. I don't know what you guys are gonna get up to. You get stuck in a barrel or something for 3 days.
Did we split up or something? Because Thistle said that they didn't want to go down the main road, didn't they?
Oh no, with you guys's
protection.
Yeah, claws and jaws.
Like we're rolling up together.
Lockdown.
Like
like
no one fucks with Thistle there with us.
Yeah, we got this. All right. Also, like, there's the road, and then there's like the side of the road, so you can go like alongside.
Like drainage ditches.
Yeah, or those little like shrubs that people plant on the side to make it look nice and for the horses to poop. So you get to the village more or less without incident. Maybe a few carriages going by, maybe a few travelers where you have to like stop and lay low, but no trouble. Not yet. So here you are in the village. And it is, in fact, a wizard college town that I don't have a name for. Does anybody want to assist on the name of the wizard college?
Craigsville.
What was that?
Craigsville.
Craigsville? All right.
Is it like crag? Like craggy? Craigsville?
I think like the list.
Maybe it's a pun.
Oh no.
Well, wasn't it shady? Wasn't that another one of them?
Yeah, no.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
It's shady and dangerous. So, all right.
What's the list?
Craigsville, yeah. Craigsville College of the Dark Arts and
bars that don't check IDs.
And sciences. Let me see. Did that go off the page? Here we go. Craigsville College of the Dark Arts and Sciences. And this is Craigsville, the wizard college town. So you've got a few places that you could check. You know, kind of your standard medieval villagey stuff. Of course, y'all don't know what standard medieval villagey stuff is. You're a bunch of animals. You know the inside of a house. And, you know, Beatrice probably not up on all the latest trends. Probably not really updating her abode.
She's never cast an actress.
But Bruce, you kind of can tell what's where. So you can see that up north, there's a place where people have a lot of boxes of different things. Some of them are bolts of cloth, some of them are bottles, some of them are herbs, vegetables, and you can see people. Thistle, you know what this is. You've seen it in your bag once or twice, and you remember it because it's heavy and makes a lot of noise, and you never really like it when Vito has to send you along with this. But they're coins. People are handing over coins, and they're getting, you know, some of what's in the boxes, and it looks pretty busy. It looks like there are a lot of people around, but you might be able to find something. Who knows? Down the way, you see another big building. It's got some horses tied up outside, and you can see it's already starting to get a little dark, but this place has bright lights and loud shouting, but not angry shouting. But sounds like there's some stuff going on in there. It sounds like there are a lot of people there. What else? Bruce, you can smell to the west. There's one building that smells a fair bit like the witch's house. A lot of different potions and herbs and just this strange mix of smells. So those are the places that to start. You might be able to find something out. So which way do you go?
Do we see, well, towards the market, there'll probably be mice and things like that to talk to?
Yeah.
Does that make
I would
sense?
say that's a fair bet. I would say there'd be mice. There might be some livestock. There might be, chickens or things of that nature.
Well, rats and mice go everywhere, so they
yes,
probably see
absolutely.
a lot. And I don't know how prominent this witch hunter is, but
oh, that's right.
hopefully
you don't know
he's
what he looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Do we still have a glove?
You do still have the glove.
Okay.
Yeah, so that maybe that kind of network could start.
Okay. Do you all
Working
go
on it.
together, or does one of you start ahead?
I don't think you should come, Florian. You have a thing against mice.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Look, if I just eat one, I've been doing a lot of flying. I need a snack.
Oh. Do you want? It's a little dangerous. Do you want me to conjure you some dinner?
No, I'm good. Let's there's people around and like little head sort of to indicate the people all around them. Or I don't know, maybe we're off in an alleyway somewhere so people don't notice a hare, a dog, and an owl sitting on a barrel.
That one.
Yeah.
But you could walk into a bar. That's still on the table.
Yeah, that makes a great joke. Yeah, if Florian's not gonna go where the mice are because they're not gonna be able to contain themselves. I think Florian's instinct is to go to where smells like the witch.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're not gonna hang back in case Thistle runs into trouble. You gonna split the party?
Thistle will have Bruce. Bruce has sharp teeth.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. You can do that. Yeah. I'm just making sure that that's what you want to do.
Oh, that's not ominous. No, yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay, that is what you want to do. All right, so we'll get to you in a second. But, all right. Thistle and Bruce. Now, Bruce, you can kind of blend in pretty easily. You're just a dog. You can walk close to one human or another and they think you're a matched set. It's fine. But Thistle, this isn't really a place for hares. So
especially with a backpack.
Especially with a backpack. That's a little weird.
I feel like I would probably be taking a bit of a protective stance around Thistle, sort of shadow and them and barking anyone who came too close. Just no, stay.
All right.
Well, I was thinking that instead of trying to be blatant about it, it is getting darker and it is a market. There's probably a good possibility of cover to cover to cover to cover. Not skittering. That's a nasty verb.
No. You could also dash
scurry.
on foot. Scurry, right.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, with the kind of town this is, that market's going to do a fair bit more business after dark. So they have these fancy little lights and bottles. They're really pretty. You're not sure how they work, but it looks like the darkness here isn't necessarily going to be something you can use to your advantage.
Okay. Well, I just need to get to somewhere where there are mice.
That's true.
Let
It
me take it
looks
from
like
there.
there's a stand 5 or 6 stands away from where you are, deep in the market, that's selling grains. And, you know, mice like grains. It's probably going to be your best bet to find a few of them. So you can try and be sneaky, or you can try and be quick. So you have a sly of 2, which is sneak, steal, or hide. So you can try and dart, you know, between the booths, or you can just break for it with your quick stat, which is a 3.
I think sneaking is
Okay.
is going to be more his style.
All right. So I'm gonna put this at an 8 to beat a challenging. I'm also going to mark this as dangerous.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do is roll 1d10 plus your sly stat. So 1d10 plus 2.
Is there any way I can help by like causing a distraction or something?
We'll see then. That's dangerous for you. So let's see how this plays out, and we can see how, if Thistle needs to get out of it, we can see how you've helped Thistle out afterwards. Okay. So.
Oh.
That's a 4.
Wait, is that good? Is this like golf or what?
That's
no.
Okay.
It's equal or beat. So I'm gonna add a point of danger. So you can see this little red bar at the top of your card. You have 1 danger point. So what happens is
I don't see it yet.
Oh, maybe it's just
Is it on?
Can I
Is it on the GM layer?
It might. No, it's on the token layer. You see the card, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
Do you see the little bit of red at the top?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Let me zoom in.
Fix that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he
By
speaks.
3. There we go. Now do you see it?
There I am. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna fix that for the other 2. Okay, so what happens?
Kirby, that's a nice design. Again, that's real cool.
Well, the bar thing is actually baked into Roll20, so
right,
that's
but
why,
like integrated.
That's why
in
it didn't
part.
work. That's why it didn't work. Anyway, all right. So Thistle, you make it about 3 stalls away, and then suddenly somebody bumps into somebody else, and somebody trips over you. And all of a sudden they start to look down and they're like, what is this doing here? So Bruce, what's your plan?
I think I'm just gonna be a loud, annoying dog in a public place and just like sort of run down the road like past them, and then just like sort of like start like half jumping and barking in the air and just being very loud. And if I don't get their attention, I'll probably go and push them.
Okay, well, that works a little bit, but if there's a rowdy dog in this marketplace, someone's gonna try and get their hands on you and figure out who you belong to. So I'm going to say, again, this is an 8 with danger.
Okay.
And you could go one of 2 ways. I'll let you decide. They're the same stat, but just for flavor. Clever. So understanding humans, you've been chased before. You can probably tell how they're going to go, when they're going to zag, and when they're going to zig. Or you could just rely on your speed.
I think I'm probably going to go clever. You know, like, I don't know if you've ever chased a dog, but you know when you're chasing a dog and you sort of like get to a point where you're close enough and like they're ready and like they're watching what you're doing, and every time you like move one way, they'll move the other, sort of thing.
Okay.
Like, that's what I'm going to go for.
All right. Oh, there is one more thing you could do.
I could go fierce, but
You could go fierce. You could be like,
I think
I'm
I'll
a
save
scary dog. I don't want to mess with that scary dog, which could work. But if it doesn't, they're going to try different tactics that you might not like.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna save the ferocity.
Right. Okay. So roll. I'm going to set this again at an 8 with danger. So go ahead and roll 1d10 plus 1. Yeah!
Wait.
He's the big dog. All right. So Bruce manages to create a good diversion. There's a bit of hustle and bustle in the market. Thistle, you're able to get away without notice and continue on to your destination, which is under the grain tent. And there are about a half dozen mice hanging out here. Just chilling, eating some wheat, having a nice time under here. So one of them, one of the larger ones, kind of turns and kind of gives you a look like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? What do you have something for me? What is this parcel? Like, we don't get a lot of people like you in these parts.
You know the witch in the woods, right? She's been to town a little. I've come for her before.
Not in my lifetime, but yeah, I think my mom's dad's mom met her once, and she doesn't still have that owl, does she?
What?
She doesn't still have that owl. No. Yeah, big
Oh,
ears. Real hard of hearing, huh?
Well, no, she's dead, actually. She doesn't have anything anymore.
Oh my, I'm so sorry to hear. Wait, the witch or the owl?
The witch.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. I'm sorry.
It is bad.
You looking for, there's not a lot to share around here. I don't really appreciate outsiders muscling in on our turf.
Oh, no. I understand. All
right.
The forest is fine. That's where I want to be. But we got to find the person who did this. And you guys know this town. You've been here a long time. Like you said, your mom's dad's mom.
Oh, it all goes back.
So I was hoping that you had seen something, seen someone come back triumphant from the forest, so we can pick up that trail.
You see a lot of people. See a lot of shoes. Do you know what the guy's shoes were like? I know from shoes.
I don't know what his shoes looked like. I have a glove.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. I could take you to someone.
Yeah?
Who might know.
Okay.
But
yeah.
It's comfy down here, It's nice. We got dinner going. We don't really necessarily want to break up the party just yet, so maybe, sometime next week, if you can come back by, we can go ahead and arrange something.
Well, here's the thing. It's a little time sensitive, but here's the other thing. You have some dinner now. I knew a witch. I can make you a magical, crazy good dinner once you take me where I need to go.
All right. Pull the other one. Look,
I have a backpack. How many hares have you seen with a backpack? I don't
know from hares.
How many animals have you seen with a backpack?
A few.
Oh,
Live
really?
around wizards. They're kind of weird. some of them are wizards. Sometimes, you know, you're on your way to class, someone says, "Hey, asshole," and then suddenly, you know, they're a bore and they have to go to math. Yeah.
Math, yeah, bores, yeah. How can I demonstrate any of this?
It's like, give them a little taste.
Show us the goods.
That good.
Know? Come on.
Dinner, some sort.
So you can try to keep talking to them, or you can try doing what they ask, which would mean conjuring dinner underneath a stall in the middle of a busy market. Not full of wizards per se, but a higher percentage of wizards per capita than most other locations.
Yeah.
So I put it as a basic task, but all magic is dangerous.
I know.
Or you could try keep talking to this mouse, see if there's other options.
I don't really know how to get other options out of this mouse. Like, is there anything?
I'd say, because the thing is, they're going to be there for a while. They'll probably be there all night, eating their fill of grain, maybe sleeping it off.
A fair is a veritable smorgasbord.
Exactly.
I've got an idea. It's not the nicest idea, but I've got an alternative for you.
All right, Bruce, lay it on me.
Well, you know, they're a bit scared of this owl, aren't they? You could let them know that this owl's in town.
It's an empty threat because Florian's just fucked off somewhere, but
it's true.
But we can go and get them though.
That's true. Also, we live in a world of infinite possibilities.
I do like that, calling in the shadow of muscle, if not the actual muscle.
Oh my goodness.
And like Florian's a real stupid looking owl, but like they're still an owl.
Oh, they know. Yeah. They know from Florian.
Yeah, they specifically
generations have known. We don't necessarily know from that witch, but we can know this owl.
Yeah, I'm really interested in like the oral storytelling history of this mouse family.
Florian is, of course, 20 feet tall, fire breathing,
huge. Eyes like the moon, but like two of them? 2 moons in the face.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So remember how I said it was an urgent matter?
Yeah, I remember you saying something like that.
Yeah. It's kind of especially urgent because if I don't get this taken care of, the owl is coming to town to do their part.
Oh.
So I would really like to, you know.
All right. Come back here. Clock's gonna chime like a lot in a while. Come back then. We'll have eaten our fill. We'll be free to move. And we'll see what we can do about your hunter problem. All right?
Okay.
So, because y'all know how clocks do, the witch had a lovely little cuckoo clock above the mantle. You know that they probably mean midnight, which is about 2 hours from now. So you can go and try and search other places, or you can hang out and come back. You could go back and see what Florian's up to, or you could try going somewhere else. It's up to you.
Yeah, should we see what Florian was up to?
I'll probably head towards Florian, but let's see what I walk in on.
All right. So, Florian, where do you try and get your eyes on the situation? Are you getting, are you landing by the door? Are you landing by one of the windows? What's you flying overhead and just circling, seeing
I
looking
think
around?
Florian's circling like way high up so they don't get the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You can see that the people coming in and out of this place are of a certain type. This is not necessarily at this time of day the most prestigious establishment. So you can see people, but they've all got hoods up. They're all, they're not looking up. They're looking down around them. They're looking behind them, but they're not really paying attention to where you would be. So you could probably, there's a window cracked on the second floor. You could probably just swoop in, no problem.
Is there anything else I notice? The owl, notice about these people with hoods that I would know to look for?
You've seen wizards.
Yeah.
Some of them are what you might call a wizard. Some of them might be, almost wizards. But it looks like a lot of the comings and goings and stuff like that are mostly students around here. The odd townie, but it's wizard shit.
It's wizard shit. Wizards are weird.
Yeah.
Okay. And to be perfectly clear, this is the school, right? Or is this some other building that smells like the witch? Do I know?
Would you know?
Because I feel like I would know that, like, there is big tower that is school, but like
this is about the size of a house.
Okay, that sounds suspicious.
It looks like, from what you can see, the top half is a house. The bottom half is a shop of some kind. It looks like a cleaner version of where the witch would mix her potions and things like that. The shelves are organized a little more neatly. The lighting is a little brighter, not much. But it seems like the lower level of this house is just that sort of thing.
And it's popping off right now.
It's dying down.
Okay.
I don't feel like more than one person from the outside is going to be in there at the same time. It looks like the lights at the bottom are going off. So it looks like the shop is closing for the night.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to definitely swoop in the upstairs window.
Okay. So no one's up here yet. There's a stairwell going down, and you can get a pretty good view of what's on the lower level before you go down there. So do you take a look around up here first, or are you more interested in the downstairs?
I take a look around upstairs.
Okay.
What did I fly into?
It looks like there are some books around of varying shapes and sizes. A few are left open, and while you can't read them, some of the diagrams and the symbols are similar to things that you've seen around the witch's place. So it looks like this person is making potions, and you can see that there are notes scribbled in a different color of ink. You can't make out what they say, but it looks like they're studying a fair amount. But if they were a student of the wizard school, they wouldn't be out here. All the wizards stay in the wizard tower. So it's dark up here. You can hear shuffling around on the lower floor, like somebody is hear someone sweeping, and you can hear bottles clinking around as they're putting things away. So you're not sure if they're going to come up here or if they're going to go somewhere else when they're done. So,
is there anywhere I can hide in the room, like above somebody's head?
there are shelves, but it looks like there's a little bit of a gap between the top of the bookshelf and the ceiling. But it does look like there's a lot of dust up there, so
oh no, not my
might
feathers.
be able to
not my
fit.
feathers.
Okay. All right.
No. I think
Okay.
I'm gonna like what's that?
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's poetic. That's poignant.
Nice.
Uh,
All right, maybe a pallid bust of Pallas for you to perch upon.
and
There is
live
at
it.
least one bust
Yeah.
hanging out. I mean, it's a weird apothecary study. So yes.
Yeah. No, I think that God bless you.
Sorry.
It's fine. I think I'm gonna try and sneak so I can get a better look at the downstairs and whoever's sweeping down there.
Okay, so I would say, I mean, you're small, they're distracted. I'm gonna set this as basic, but I am gonna set it as dangerous. So roll 1d10 plus 1, and 7 is the number to beat.
1d10 plus 1.
Yes. All right. So you managed to so you were trying to get downstairs?
I'm just trying to I'm trying to get downstairs quietly.
So yeah, you managed to time it just right. When their head is turned, they're looking down under a shelf, and with those beautiful silent wings of yours, you managed to glide to the top of a much better kept shelf than the one in their personal quarters, and you are able to alight yourself, and you have a pretty good view of the room, and the shopkeeper is none the wiser.
What's is there anything notable about the shopkeeper?
Trying to think of their gloves are the same color as the witch hunters. It's weird. It's not a color that you see that often in clothing, but they wear, I think they're about the same kind of gloves. You don't have it immediately for comparison, but yeah, it's a strange color. That's one thing you notice as they pull their gloves on and take out their keys to lock up the store behind them.
Mm-hmm.
So do you try to stop them as they go? Are you gonna follow them? Are you gonna look
I'm
around here?
gonna follow. If I have in fact found the witch hunter, which I'm not saying I found the witch hunter. I don't think it's
he does have 2 gloves, I should mention. He has both gloves in the pair.
Well, that's rude. No. Just not rocking the Michael Jackson to make it easy for me.
No. It's not gonna be that easy.
Okay, of course not. No, I think that I'm going to. So he's definitively leaving the shop.
He's looking like it. He's taking one last look around here, and he's probably
Flooring ducks
locking
down
the door behind him. Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna leave this empty gallery full of various potions and powders and poisons behind, and
get me a poison.
Go out into the night.
Poison's too gentle.
Oh, you've worked with the witch. You know some stuff. You know some combinations.
Okay.
You know some nasty tricks.
Is there anything that I would recognize from my time with the witch? Any like little bottle I could pick up of something unpleasant? Maybe a little paralytic.
Give me a roll.
I love rolls.
Yeah, I'll say this is gonna be a clever. And I'll say it's against a 7. So roll 1d10 plus 3. And it's not dangerous. You're just chilling.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out. I'm just doing owl stuff, like looking for poisons. Watching my
Yeah,
buddy.
All right. Yeah. You find something, and the bottle's kind of on the large side, but not impossible to carry, but you're probably going to need to slip it into a backpack or have Bruce carry it. You know that this is something that that Beatrice would use to dust your feathers when you had mites, when you were a young owlet. And you also know that this is something that when a human would come in, with their child, and they were frightened because they had eaten some mushroom they weren't supposed to eat, she would give them just a little tiny bit of this powder, mixed with a little something else, but it was this powder that did the job. And they would, they would double over on the floor, and that mushroom would come out. They would become, it was
emetic.
Yes, that's the word I'm looking. Yeah, so it's an emetic, and again, you know that one little pinch of it is a pretty effective emetic. So a whole spoonful, half a bottle
makes the medicine go down.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be some bad times.
All right, yeah, I take that.
All right.
It's a big bottle for a little owl.
But you can carry it.
Yeah, but
yeah, and also, so do you just fly back out the way you came, out the window?
Yeah, but this time I stick to the roof line.
Okay. Well, you notice that when you fly out and you're looking around, your compatriots, Bruce and Thistle, have come from the marketplace because they were looking for you. So, all three of you are
guys anywhere.
Well, they were worried about you. You're a team. You gotta stick together.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. So what I would say is, now that we're at a break between scenes and we're about an hour in, is everybody okay with taking a break? The breaks are about like 6 minutes long. Is that good?
That's good.
All right. Yeah. Cool beans. So yeah, we will be back in 6 minutes.
All right.
Are we good?
Oh,
okay,
nice.
Awesome.
Oh,
are you guys okay?
Yeah.